So if you've been following the channel for a while now, you probably know that I love trying out new tools to boost my productivity. Recently, with the dramatic growth of AI, I've been trying to incorporate some of these tools into my workflow, and I came across this great tool recently called Power Drill, and I wanted to share it with you guys. The reason I like this tool so much is because they have so many features that I've been needing in my workflow that I just couldn't find. The first feature I want to talk about is the dataset feature, and this is a feature that I've been looking for work for a while now. We're looking to connect our warehouse to a tool like this so that we can help other departments, stakeholders self-serve, and I think this works really well for that. Essentially what you can do, you can connect datasets or tables or even your warehouse to this tool so that you can query and interact with your tables, and it's very easy to set up. I set up a simple CSV file that I've used for a personal project before, and what you do, you can either upload a file, a web page, a text, or a SQL database. I love that they already have Postgres and MySQL as options because that's pretty commonly used in the industry, and they give you very clear instructions on how to set it up. I won't be doing that in this video. I've connected my own CSV file for that Airbnb dataset that I talked about before, so I'll just be using that. They also have a bunch of public datasets that you can use to help improve your data game. I'm personally going to be using that Airbnb dataset just because I think that's a better use case, just because I know people like you and I might be looking to do some personal projects, and you might want a personal tutor like an LLM to help guide you through those projects, ask interesting questions, and maybe help improve your analysis techniques. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for this video. As you can see here, I've been querying it quite a bit. Basically, the Airbnb dataset that I uploaded, I just wanted to get a quick summary of what is included in that dataset, and it gave me that very quickly. And then from there, I wanted to build upon that and ask more questions like, can you display the first 5 rows of the table? After understanding what's in the dataset, I wanted to get some high-level insights like the volume per neighborhood group, and it basically gave me the function needed to plot that out in Python, which is great because I use Python for work, and I think Python is a very common language that a lot of people use in the data industry. So yeah, it displays it here, and then I asked for it in a bar chart, and it gave me a bar chart. And this interactivity with this bar chart is amazing. You can customize it, you can save this, you can download the chart, you can customize it, like I said, and add it to a dashboard, which I'll talk about later. And at the bottom here, it gives you the conclusions that it drew from the bar chart, which is amazing. It shows that Manhattan has the highest number of listings with the bar reaching the top of the chart, and Bronx and Staten Island have the fewest listings, with Staten Island having the shortest bar on the chart. And then I wanted to dig in a little bit deeper and look at the type of rooms per neighborhood group, and it gave me the code to do that again, and it also gave me that customizable chart, which is amazing. But what I love about this is that it gives you the distribution of rooms with very clear colors that can be distinguished from a far distance, which is super nice because as a data scientist, you really want to be able to use color schemes that are nicely distinguished, separated, so there's no confusion and there's no misinterpretation when it comes to stakeholders trying to understand your presentation or your story. And again, at the bottom, it gives you a nice conclusion summarizing what it found. And then just for fun, I wanted to ask it another question to try and understand the average reviews per neighborhood group, which it did exactly just that. It gave me a function to answer that question, and then it provided the answer down here without a chart this time because I didn't ask for one, but you could always ask for a specific chart that you're looking for. And then next, I wanted to see its capability of other charts, so I decided to ask for a correlation between reviews and price, which it did pretty well. It gave me 2 functions to do exactly that. And then you can see at the bottom here the scatter plot of the correlation, which is pretty weak because they didn't clear the outliers, which is understandable because we have to specify in the query what we exactly want. And the conclusion down here kind of tells you that the outliers might be impacting the scatter plot of the correlation altogether. And what I love about this is every time you query it, it gives you a very detailed outline of what's happening. So for example, let's say, give me the correlation between price and number of listings. I don't know if there's a correlation here, but I want to see what it shows me from the data. It shows me that the steps it's taking right now is analyzing the data and then search, and then it's responding. And then after it's finished, it'll go to the finish step, which is really nice because with other LLMs, it doesn't really give you any loading states, which is hard for you to understand what it's doing, if it's erroring out or if it's actually working. So I really appreciate the thought process behind, actually showing the user which state it's currently in. And then from here, it gives you the correlation coefficient, which is pretty weak. So yeah, I can also see this in a chart. Maybe I can say, could you remove the outliers and plot this in a chart, please? Once again, it gives you the loading states, and it creates a function to remove the outliers using the Q1 and Q3 of each variable. And then from there, it will plot a chart that I asked for. And then from here, you can see that they displayed the function of how to clean the data by removing outliers. They're using the Q1 and Q3 for this case, which is pretty neat. And then they show me the correlation coefficient down here, which is a negative correlation, which is slightly stronger than the previous one before it was clean, but still not strong enough for me to conclude anything. And then next, I want to showcase the dashboard feature, which I think is super, super unique and super cool. I haven't seen this in any other AI tool. For product managers, I think this is the best use case because as a product manager, your job is to monitor metrics while also product planning and improving on features and managing a team each sprint. So yeah, I think this can save you a lot of time, especially when it comes to getting high-level summary on certain feature launches or A/B tests for whatever you are launching, just so you can understand what's happening and report on those metrics in your meetings. And for you to create a dashboard, all you gotta do is hit the plus dashboard on the top right, and it's super simple from there. To add charts to your dashboard, all you gotta do is go to the charts tab, find the chart you're looking for, and hit add to dashboard. So super simple, super unique. I really haven't seen this in any other AI tool. And as a data analyst or data scientist, if you're learning how to create good visualizations and stuff like that, I think this is a good tool for you to use, for you to learn. Personally, I still think you should use tools like Tableau and Looker to learn them because that's what's in demand right now in the industry. But this is like a super fast way for you to put together a chart for your stakeholder, or maybe if you're building something on the side and you just want to get some high level insights and you don't want to take so much time to build a pretty dashboard, this is going to be your best tool. Like I said, the engagement with the data and also the interactivity with the charts is super amazing. And I think a lot of companies are looking for something like this. So I'm quite happy to have found this. And I think I'll be recommending this to friends and family who are looking for something they can use to up their small businesses or even their big businesses and incorporate AI into their day-to-day workflow to help smoothen the process, make it more efficient, and save a lot of time. The next thing I want to talk about is the Discover tab. This is a new feature that they just launched, which is a great resource for students, especially because it gives you a lot of educational content that you can absorb and use as reference for your own work. I think this is super good for people who are looking to stay up to date in the industry or looking for jobs altogether. A lot of the times, interviewers ask questions like, how do you stay up to date in the field or with the field? And I think this is a very good way for you to do that. Like you can see here, you can look at papers, published papers, by the way, about how to build an RAG or optimize an RAG and stuff like that, which is super good for those of you who are interested in machine learning or AI. I think this is a very good resource for you. And also, like I said before, it gives you public data sets that you can play with. And June in the US, it's Pride Month right now. So if you guys are looking to make something cool, something unique, a good project would be to use a Pride Month data set because that's a very unique use case. A lot of people don't really think of that. And I think this would be a very good project for you to build upon. They also have a filter at the top right to help you cater your search results to what you are more interested in, like AI, computer vision, and stuff like that, which is super helpful. And I think from a UI experience, it's super, super beneficial. The little things like this do really matter. Now to my favorite part of this whole thing, it's the custom app feature where you can create a custom app to help you do a specific task very well. This is especially good for like cover letter writing, in my opinion, or resume building and stuff like that. So for those of you who are looking for a job right now, I would take advantage of this feature to do redundant tasks like, building a resume, catering your resume to specific job descriptions, understanding how ATS works, or even building cover letters or writing emails to employers and stuff like that. So yeah, things that don't really need a personal touch, I would recommend using that tool to help build that or automate that process, just because you can save yourself a lot of time and use that time to improve your skill set and gain more leverageable tools that you can use to improve your chances of landing a job. My current use case for this in my other account is to track some of the metrics in my database for the app that I'm building so that I can understand what users want, what users don't really use, and what users love about the app so I can improve on those features, iterate, and stuff like that. So yeah, I highly recommend using this custom app feature for those of you who are interested so that you can make your life much easier and streamline a lot of these processes that can be automated. And like I said before, even my full-time job, this tool and these features especially are highly in demand just because we can save a lot of time and answer a lot of questions much easier with stuff like this, adding a semantic layer that's connected to our warehouse to answer these questions to especially non-technical folks who don't really understand the nitty-gritty and dirty work that we do behind the scenes, tying metrics to certain reports and stuff like that. So yeah, self-servicing is something that a lot of companies are looking for, especially in non-technical departments, and tools like this really do help with that. Anyway, thank you so much PowerDrill for sponsoring this video. It's really nice to see more companies utilize AI in a more functional way to help data analysts and data scientists. And if you're like me, constantly looking for more effective ways to get things done, go ahead and try them out. I'll leave a link down below. They have several plans, including a free one. Also, if you guys use the link down below, you get a 20% discount on the paid plan, so that's a plus. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.